a large puddle of syrup.
Ew.
Gross.
Oh no, this was in my dream.
Mm-hmm.
What dream?
It does look strikingly similar to the hallway of your dream, Madam Beldam.
I start freaking out and tell everyone, don't move.
Petalin freezes.
Yeah, Udinar doesn't know about the dream. That's true.
When she says that, I just like stop completely and just like move my eyes only.
You're good.
Egg
at that,
lights
though.
a
You did it
torch
for a long
because
time.
he can't see.
Yeah, I'll light a
sorry?
candle as well.
Egg lights a torch because
Oh,
he can't see.
I thought Udinar already had a candle lit.
Well, I can't see anything.
What?
Well, my candle went out.
Oh, god damn it.
My
Shit,
token is so...
fuck.
Yeah.
Can you see
There we
now?
go. I can, thank you.
Okay. Because I had the candle lit on Udinar.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it's just because your token.
Uh-huh. Yep, well, if my token is nightmare. Gotcha.
Okay. Well.
Oh.
Do you still light a torch?
Not if I can see. If I can see,
Okay.
then I don't light a torch.
Okay. You've got the candle light.
Vision sorted out.
Yeah, should be.
Yeah, I can see. I'm good.
In my dream, this hallway was there, and there was a giant ooze that ate people.
Oh god.
Ooze that ate people? Hmm.
What exactly is a giant ooze?
If it eats people, I don't want to find out. What do
Egg
we
makes a
do?
comment, but it's in Goblin, so you know,
Mm-hmm.
you understand.
Sure.
I take one step forward cautiously.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Is there something you're looking for, or?
I would highly suggest searching for traps if you're going to step forward.
Oh,
Why don't
well,
you take your own advice?
You told me not to move.
Egg makes a sarcastic comment that you can't understand.
The sarcasm is felt
understand the
across the barrier of language. The tone is felt.
So I see something just outside of my vision. Can I try to perceive it?
Sure.
Oh, I think we all can. Because he stepped forward.
Yeah. So I guess everybody then.
Oh shit, that's the wrong button.
So, Chain, Egg, Petalin. We'll see the glistening of the candlelight off of what looks to be the thick, viscous material on the ground.
Is it just on the ground? It doesn't have any
Mhm.
height to it?
Nope, looks like it's a puddle.
I point out the puddle to Udnar. Ooze!
Is that the ooze?
As she
Okay.
points it out, you also see it.
Yeah, okay. I'll stop moving then and just be like, oh, okay. Ooze. Well, should we, like, what do we do? What did we do in your dream?
In my dream, we all died.
Oh, let's not do that.
Egg makes another sarcastic comment.
Fair.
Egg, shut up! I'm sorry, that was harsh.
Was it just this puddle in your dream?
In my dream, it was bigger, but I'd rather not take risks.
And what do you suggest we do with this?
I wanted to just detect if there's anything undead in the
There's not.
vicinity. No? Okay.
I kind of point over at the dead body. I'm like, well, we don't want to end up like him.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing undead in undead nature ahead of us, so maybe.
I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a firebolt at the puddle.
Okay. Roll damage. Your firebolt burns a sizable hole in the puddle of syrupy goo, which then, of course, it being a semi-viscous liquid, it just kind of slowly oozes back over that hole.
But there was no movement otherwise.
Correct.
Is it dead?
I will cautiously take one more step forward.
Okay. I think you can now just make out the body. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. You can see a body leaning against the wall, hunched over, quite clearly not moving, and covered in the syrupy goo.
Humanoid?
Yes.
Anything of note, recognizable to me?
Not to you.
A terrible fate.
Can I take a copper coin and toss it into the ooze?
Sure, you do that. There's a copper coin in the ooze.
I think we're good.
It doesn't look like it's melting away.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I'm willing to take a step forward.
Mm-hmm.
I will cautiously take another step forward.
Okay.
Yep.
I guess we're good.
Egg takes the bell staff out and rings the bell.
It does its little ting-a-ling.
I'll go ahead and investigate for any traps or anything of the sort.
Okay. Where are you going? Are you just looking at your immediate vicinity? Where?
Planning on going forward
How far forward?
to the edge of the ooze.
Okay. So, to here?
Mhm.
All right. You don't find anything that looks like it'd be any sort of trap in the 15 feet. Is it
I
just me, or
guess-
did Lizard get a lot quieter for everybody?
A lot quieter. Yeah.
Oh,
There it
I
is.
don't know why.
You're fine now.
I guess I moved it closer. My mic. All right. Well, I guess I will take a step forward.
Okay.
Let's step into it.
Well, I mean,
What else are we gonna do?
he steps
true.
into the puddle of goo. It is a little thick and syrupy, but does give way.
I don't get enveloped in goo.
Nope.
Cool.
I'll take one more step forward as well.
Lean down and look at the body.
Okay. The body seems strangely familiar to you. The person that once inhabited it was wearing a thick black cloak of some sort that has been slightly eaten away at, so that most of the fur that was on it is now just baked down to the leather. Other than that, they're wearing all black clothing.
You said looks familiar to me?
Well, the way it's dressed, yes. It looks not unlike the thieves from the cavern above.
Oh.
Egg is going to step forward just to stay in the light,
Okay,
sort of just mindlessly.
sure.
Well, whatever killed us in your dream, might have killed this guy.
I'd just rather not take chances considering
Mm-hmm.
past
Okay.
events.
I'll go ahead and loot the body.
anything the value that was on him has likely been eaten away by the ooze itself, for the most part. Like his dagger is corroded, his short sword is very corroded, his cloak is basically ruined. And there's nothing that you would be able to.
Got it. Let's try.
It does strike you as a little bit odd that he's not carrying any, like he's only got his ruined items on him. You would assume that he might have had a pouch of gold or perhaps something else, but it appears as though that is missing.
Sounds like someone else looted him first. Maybe his buddies. We might
But
not
we
be the
found
first
his
person to
buddies
see her.
upstairs.
Do you recognize
we
them?
found-
When we were speaking to the thief, he said he only had 2 other compatriots with him, and we found the other corpse.
Right, the man with the throat whose throat slashed. That's all 3 then. Gosh, he made it a long way down here by himself.
Maybe they were coming. Well,
I'll
Or
cau-
should we just sprint across to the other side of the ooze, or what are we doing?
I'll cautiously
Oh.
take a step into the ooze.
Okay, you step into the thick, syrupy liquid. It gives way, but is sticky.
alright. I'll go ahead and scout ahead.
How far?
Roll it. I'll just go straight all the way unless I see something, of course.
You're gonna step on the body,
No,
so you'll step around the body.
I will step around the body.
Okay. Okay. So,
Do you want
what's
me
your
to
roll?
keep the investigation?
No.
roll, or-
nope. That's you were searching those 15 feet very well. So
Okay.
now as you begin a new investigation. All right.
Okay.
You chain
Oh.
creeps forward, keeping a hand on the wall and an eye out for traps or any other things that seem out of the ordinary. In this place that is entirely out of the ordinary. Fortunately, or perhaps unfortunately, you don't seem to find anything along your way, and you do reach the end of the hall. You see a wooden door lit by 2 torches.
Seems clear.
I guess I'll follow the same exact path he took.
Okay.
I'll just walk in a straight line from where I'm at.
Okay.
Then I'm walking the straight line from where I am.
Okay. Pedal in. Everybody seems to have made it.
Pedalin takes a deep breath and sprints across the ooze in a straight line
Sure.
towards where the others went.
It's sticky, but you make it.
I use prestidigitation to clean the ooze off my heels.
Okay.
Hey,
Everyone else can stay sticky.
I'm going to use prestidigitation to get it off of me as well.
Prestitation.
Prestidigitation.
you're pedaling. You want to help?
Prestitation.
Prestidigitation.
And you pressed my boots.
Your
Prestitation.
Needs to be
spangly
presentable.
boots.
Mm-hmm.
Your
Is there-
spangly boots.
Is there anything special about this door? Like looking at it?
It looks like all the other doors.
Like all the
that
others?
might be special.
Okay.
Very much like to investigate it for traps.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and clean everybody up. Pring!
What'd you get? I'm on another page.
20.
As you take a look at the door, kind of poking and prodding, especially after your experience with the last one, you feel fairly confident that there's nothing out of the ordinary. You don't see any little runes or switches or locks or things of that nature.
I'll just go ahead and open it up then.
Okay. It
I think
swings
feels a little
open
better now that
freely.
his boots aren't filled with water. That
Um,
prestidigitation.
So,
It's not soggy anymore.
Pedalin gives Egg a little pat on the arm. Pat,
within,
pat, pat.
as the door swings open, you see a deep black fog within.
You guys ready?
I nod.
suppose
Take my
so.
step forward.
I'm really glad we didn't die in this hallway.
Oh, wait, I've been doing that wrong. I feel like I've been giving you dark vision wrong. It's supposed to be like full dark vision instead of like half dark vision, half not dark vision. That's fixed. because it changes. I gotta do it with the tokens every single time. That. Go. And then I have egg is actually egg. All right, is everybody stepping through?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. As you step through, oops, you find yourselves in a wooded floor, surrounded by black walls, very similar to the cylindrical ones from 2 rooms prior, and a door in front of you.
Well, this isn't so bad.
Hmm.
I want to investigate the door for traps.
Okay.
23.
As you're taking a look at the door very carefully, it is a little bit different from the other ones. It is very, very plain, like almost no decorative scrollwork or anything on it whatsoever. Other than that, you don't think that there are any traps.
Yeah. I'll listen. See if I hear anything else on the other side.
Perception then?
Nat 1, I don't hear shit.
Oh, skills are different. You don't
Oh.
automatically succeed on a 20. You don't automatically fail on a 1. So as you're listening through, all you can hear beyond is the distant crackle of occasional flame.
Okay.
Egg will perceive with his excellent hearing.
Okay. Do you mind if I ask why?
He's just listening. Not really.
Like, are you like listening at the door or just listening in the?
Listening what he hears. If he hears anything, if he doesn't hear anything, it's fine.
Oh no, I'm just asking. Like, are you listening at the door or are you just listening in the room?
Oh, I'm listening at the door.
Ah, okay. Is there a reason you would do that when Chain already did?
Because I'm curious.
Okay.
And
Sure.
because I'm only thinking in Goblin and not fully understanding things people are saying.
Sure, that's fine. Yeah, you also hear the distant, or you hear the crackle of flame within the room.
Okay.
Is it a push or a pull?
It's not obvious, but you don't see a handle, so probably a pull, or probably a push.
I was like, what? Alright. So you guys ready? And then I push open the door.
You push the door and it doesn't open.
I push harder.
It still doesn't open.
Okay.
You think it
So-
might be locked.
And there's no keyhole or anything?
There's a keyhole.
The Chain, you still got those keys?
Did you just say Chain? Do you still have those keys?
I mean,
That's what he said.
I think you're asking Egg.
I am asking Egg.
Egg stares at you.
Peddling pantomime's keys.
I don't know what
Like-
pantomiming keys looks like, and if it would
It's
actually
like-
look like keys.
Like you're gripping something and you're rotating
Yeah,
it.
she's
like
making
you're turning
she's
a
making
knob.
a pinch between her thumb and her knuckle, and
Performance
twisting
check.
her wrist. Yeah.
I'm just
Well.
kidding.
I'm
I'm
just
just
wondering why she's trying to steal my nose.
Well, no, it's not between her 2 knuckles. It's like thumb pinched against index.
Like, okay, they can hold it over the keyhole, and he puts it together
Yeah.
and hands over the keys he has.
Oh,
Okay.
hell yeah. I will try him just for the fun of it.
Well, I'm sure it's a blast as you try each key.
Well,
And-
while he's trying the keys, I'm gonna knock on the door.
Okay. You hear the solid raps as you knock on it.
No response.
No.
Am I the capable? Did the thieves' tool include a lockpick?
Yes, that is
Yes.
what they do.
Cool. Yeah, I would. I'll just be like, all right, screw this.
Egg takes his keys back.
I begrudgingly give them to you.
Begrudgingly.
It gives you like raises an eyebrow when you're like, Your attitude.
Don't worry about it. I give it to you. Hey.
Right. You easily pick the mundane lock.
Cool. And then I say, "Are you ready?" Push it open.
All right. The door opens freely, swinging out to reveal what looks to be a chair, an ottoman, a couple of bookshelves in the distance. I'm not sure what else you guys can see.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, who's going first?
I'll start walking
I
in
guess I will.
slowly.
Okay, go ahead. How far do you want to go?
Let's say like just after the entranceway for the door.
Sure.
Also, Egg is gonna stay 10 feet behind him because that's his light source.
Okay.
Not even really thinking about it.
So I'm gonna stand here and just kind of survey the room almost like a bouncer at a club or something.
Okay. So Udinar steps past the doorway, folds his arms, and just starts to look around.
Yeah.
Okay. Molly, I cannot help you. Go away. So you can see a large decorative black rug, a nice chair, a little ottoman, looks like a side table, a couple of bookshelves. You see 2 torches burning on the walls.
I'll say looks clear.
It looks like, I think you can see the bench as well on the south side.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. A bench as well against the wall, and it looks like it does dip off to the south.
I'll tell the others it looks clear.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and creep forward while looking for traps. Now that I'm thoroughly paranoid of all traps. Everything could be a trap. Everything. You could be a trap.
Let's not go there.
Yeah.
So, all right, now go ahead and move yourself, 5 feet at
Yeah.
a time.
Round egg, I guess.
Okay.
Boop. Boop. I'm gonna go all the way into the room.
Okay, I'm gonna stop at the corner.
Okay, this corner.
Yes. All right. So now you can see the northern bookshelf, eastern bookshelf, the bench at the south, the rug, chair, ottoman, and table. And it looks like, what can you see on the southeast corner?
Southeast corner.
Mhm.
That it's a hallway.
Okay. Then you see that there appears to be some sort of hallway there.
Do you mind if I continue forward?
Go ahead.
I'll just go all the way until I can actually start
Yeah.
seeing down the hallway. Oh, is that a door?
It looks to be a pair of iron doors. One of them cracked slightly.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and give the all clear sign that we definitely have.
Okay.
Petalin,
Chain waves you all forward.
I want to go sit in the chair.
Okay. Do you just walk in and then plop into the chair?
You fucking own the place. I
Okay.
respect that.
Petalin just strolls right into the room and sits in the chair.
Ah, comfy.
I'm
It
gonna
is
go investigate the northern bookshelf.
Okay. Anybody else? What's the
Check
plan?
out the eastern one.
Well, no. Hold on.
Oh.
I want to know what everybody's doing before I give descriptions.
Egg is standing behind Udinar because he is the light.
Okay. And is Noodles doing anything? Or still bouncing?
Just standing.
Okay. Okay. And now, Chain, what were you gonna do?
Check out the eastern one.
Okay. So, Petalin, you find yourself sitting in a incredibly relaxing chair. It's very soft and cushy. Your legs don't quite reach the ottoman, and you do sink quite far into the chair itself. The full cushion is almost the length. It goes past your knees, so you can't really bend your knees. Madam Beldam, as you're looking through the books on the small bookshelf, it looks to be a bit of light reading, very, very simple, like some picture books, things of that nature. And then on the eastern side is all reference books.
Ah, luxury.
Can I glance through a couple of books and see what language they're in, if it's in common or something I don't understand.
Sure. Pretty much everything that you're looking at appears to be in common.
I guess I'll move over to the reference book for some heavier reading.
Okay. As you look at the reference books, along with Chain, you notice that it's very basic stuff like identifying local plants. It's all gardening related.
Hmm.
Is this door cracked open?
Yes, as I said, it was.
Once I've grown thoroughly bored of the reference books, I'll creep forward and peek through the crack.
Okay.
Can I move?
Yeah, go ahead. So, you look inside. You want to make a perception check for me?
$17.
Oh no. Okay. As you're peeking inside, the first thing you notice that it appears to be a room full of treasure. And as you're looking and listening, you hear hushed voices. You can just barely make out what's being said. The first voice says, "Don't do it, Keldon. You know these places are full of traps. We started with 6, and now we're down to just us 2. We don't even have the sword anymore. Why are we here?" To which you hear a hushed reply that you can't make. They don't seem to have noticed you.
I'll look towards the others with a finger over my mouth. Shh.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to or I'll wave people forward quietly, like.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll try to scramble out of the chair as quietly as possible.
I'll hold up my finger.
I'll move to there, like on the bench edge, basically.
Okay. Now he did mention, or he did pantomime quietly. So, do you sneak or
I sneak
do you just
over.
walk?
Yeah.
Okay. So anybody who's moving and moving stealthily, go ahead and roll stealth.
Yep. There it is.
Fucking just kick that bench.
So you can move half of your movement speed while sneaking. So go ahead and do so. Anybody who was doing that.
Okay. So I guess here, because that was 3. Yeah.
Okay. Now what?
I wait for a second to see if they say anything else.
Sure. You need to roll another perception check.
Cool.
As you
11.
strain your ear at the door over the sound of your party mates' excellent sneaking skills, clomp, clomp, stomp,
Yeah.
stomp on the wooden
Shake
floor.
my head.
You can't hear what was said at first, but the second man replies, "Stop worrying. I checked. There's nothing." Before he can finish his sentence, something happens, and he barely has time to scream.
Do we all hear the scream?
Yes.
Interesting. I will quietly open the door.
All right, you push the door open. I'm just going to remove it.
I still can't see through it.
I know, I had to remove both layers.
I see.
Okay. You see a man who appears to be holding a hooded lantern of some sort, now being bathed in the light of the door that you opened. The second is engulfed by the fanged jaws of a wooden chest with a hideous mouth and a long tongue. He's almost entirely engulfed, and his legs are hanging out of the chest, shaking wildly. Blood drips all over the floor and over the treasure within. Roll initiative.
Is this a human?
Looks like it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so happy we get to fight one of these. That's awesome.
Where is my initiative order? What have they done with it?
Time to cue up my battle music.
Uh,
I'm imagining battle Pokemon music.
You need any bell
Why-
in that song?
why did
I do need more bell.
I have 2 Udinars for some reason? 2
Oh.
chains.
What?
In fact, I have like 2 of everybody for some reason.
Oh, we only see one. I only see one of each.
Me too.
Likewise.
Lavinia. Petalin, you rolled a 13, 16, so I may have deleted. No, I didn't. Egg, Lavinia, Udinar, chain. So that should be correct. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Udinar, you have the initiative. You heard a man scream. Chain has swung the door open. What now?
I guess as soon as I hear the scream and he kind of opens the door, I wouldn't be worrying about stealth anymore, so I would just be moving normally up to the door.
Okay.
So I guess I'll
So, like-
just go ahead and do
like
that.
Here?
Sorry, one up more on the other side of that door.
Like there.
It means here.
Right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're now on the other half of the door, still closed.
Yeah, and that's probably where I would just hold. Well, that's
you
where
want-
I can get to.
Do you want to push the door open or?
Yes, I will
Okay.
push it open.
Okay. Bam. Okay. You swing the door open, and it does so like a well-oiled, well-manicured vault door should.
Oh,
You see the first man holding his lantern, like he hasn't had a chance to react as his friend is being consumed by the chest.
okay. That's it for my turn.
You have an action, so you moved and your bonus action to open the door. So
Oh, okay. Then in that case, I guess I would probably continue on to see what the hell's going on. So,
Okay.
I guess I'll use my action to continue moving.
okay, how far? I mean, you just go ahead and move yourself.
Probably just like right here to the guy.
Okay. Okay. So you're standing next to a man wearing similar clothing to the one you found in the syrupy remains in the previous hallway.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Chain, the initiative is yours.
It's just difficult training.
I say if the square is fully covered by gold, then yes.
And that just requires 10 feet movement.
Yeah, it's double movement to move through it.
All right, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I can't tell what square the mimic's in, or whatever that is. Thank you. And I'll just go ahead and attack it and yell, if you want to live, get out of here.
Okay. So Chain shouts, "Get out of here!" Or "If you want to live, get out of here!" and swings his weapon at the wooden chest.
Correct.
Attack.
Fantastic.
You swing your wooden sword at the wooden chest, and it just bounces off.
Shitty. All right, let's attack with the other one.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm gonna disengage. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 5 more movement. Oh shit, I have 5 more movement.
Yeah. So you can move. Yeah. There's you can move
There's
to the
nowhere I
right.
can move. Yeah, I'm just getting out of range. Screw it. No, I'll just stand there and attack. There's no reason to
Yeah.
if I can't move.
Okay. Pedal in. Oh wait, are you swinging your second?
Yeah, with my other one. Yeah,
Okay.
may as well.
So you drew your swords as you moved into the room.
Yes.
Swingers. Okay. All right. This your metal blade as well clatters off of one of the iron bands, wooden chest. Madame Beldam, or no, not Madame Beldam, Petalin.
Okay. Not really seeing what it is that they're attacking, but hearing the noises of, chain wailing on something.
And
I will
yelling.
move- and yelling in a distressed manner. I will move forward. 5, 10, 15.
You should be able to clearly see the chest with its open maw, devouring the probably corpse of a man whose legs are sticking out of it with blood splattered all over the room.
Ooh,
Oh,
just out of
shit.
curiosity, would I get advantage on that?
On what?
Since he's, otherwise distracted?
No.
Okay.
Well, seeing a wooden box.
With
Wooden
teeth.
boxes probably burn. So I am going to throw
Teeth don't
a
burn.
firebolt at it.
Okay. Lob your firebolt and it smacks into the chest, leaving a sizzling scorch mark. Finished?
And then, seeing the thief, I just kind of go, another.
Okay. Madame Beldam.
As she was thumbing through the Introduction to Gardening book, she heard the scream and glances over and sees apparently everyone running towards this wooden box, which to me is, I suppose, obscured by them.
Not so much. I mean that's a 5-foot square that each one of them is standing in, so you can see through them.
Okay. I should still have. It hasn't been 8 hours since the garden,
No,
has it?
no, it has not.
Okay, so I should still have mage armor.
Okay.
I guess I wouldn't expect the box to be an immediate enemy.
I mean, you can
But
see that it's eating something and it has teeth. Big teeth.
And that there's
There's-
been 2 attacks on it now.
Yeah.
Well, this is all happening like in the span of 6
yes.
seconds. So, not being in the room and seeing the thief before the box and knowing that we have encountered them before, Beldam is going to attack him.
Okay.
With what, though?
Love and affection.
I will go ahead and mind spike the thief.
Okay. And then you get to know where he is at all times.
For the next hour.
Okay. As you mind spike the creature within the room.
The thief.
Yeah, the thief. I know. Hold on. As you mind spike the creature within the room, you sense its location. You can see. You gotta make sure you can.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were describing what's happening, not reading.
You see the line I just drew?
Mm-hmm.
This is the location of the thief.
Interesting.
Finished?
Uh-oh. That's uncomfortable.
Are you finished?
Yep, that'll end my turn.
Egg.
Okay. Egg is going to run into the room. 5, 15, 25, 30. Second move action. 5, 10, Pass through peddling. Move right here.
Okay.
Pulls out the bell staff while running.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. As we reach the top of the initiative, the thief itself, having been mind spiked, kind of like melts into the floor, and the wall or the doors that had previously been open snap closed. Give me a moment. Molly, shut up. You are so annoying. Now I need to do this. There.
Petalin lets out a little shriek
Yeah.
when the doors slam behind her.
Mm-hmm. A pair of eyes manifests on the southernmost wall, and the walls themselves, east, west, and north, like grow a maw themselves. And it appears that you have been swallowed by a great creature as acidic ooze begins to drip from the ceiling, each one of you taking 4 damage. Everybody inside. The chest ceases to move, and the thief inside of it also like melts into the floor like the other one did. Udinar, you have the initiative. Let me move.
Holy
Oops.
shit. Okay. Oh my god. I
What
think
if
we
walls
got
did?
hosed, guys.
Sure did.
So the chest is gone as well?
No, the chest is
The
still
chest
there,
is still
as
there.
is the gold.
I'm gonna walk up to the chest, and it still has like its teeth and everything.
No, it's just a normal chest.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I'm gonna try to open it, I guess.
Okay. It like you just want to put your hands on it and lift the lid.
Yeah, wherever there would be like a handle or something.
Okay. As you reach out to touch the wooden chest, your hand is burned by the acid. Take a single point of damage.
Okay.
Do you fight through that and swing it open anyway?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. So you swing it open, taking another point of damage,
Okay.
and find that the inside is just solid. There's nothing inside.
Neat.
I think that's probably the end of my turn. I don't know what else I would do.
Sure. Okay. Shane, the initiative is yours.
And can you just describe the walls again?
So it's like you're inside of a mouth. Let's just say that.
Okay.
But there are also eyes on the southern wall that appear to be watching you.
I'm gonna go ahead and I guess climb to the top of this.
Okay. As you step into the gold, you find that it is incredibly difficult to move through. Each step is 3 points of movement rather than 1 or 2.
Is it just because it's gold, or is it because
No,
of?
because it's not gold. There is no metallic ringing of coin on coin. It's more of
Gotcha.
a resistant squish.
Fantastic. All right. So 15. 30.
Yep.
And I'll just stab into the wall with my wooden sword.
Okay. Make an attack. Molly,
I
shut
assume
up.
doesn't get to count as a sneak attack, even though I have enemies and flanking. I mean, I have allies.
It does not.
What are you attacking?
The wall.
The
Oh, you're
wall.
attacking the wall. Okay.
I mean, when the walls have eyes.
That's a hit.
Hey, do 7 damage to a
He
wall.
stabs his sword into the wall. Anything else?
I just want to see what happens.
Okay. I mean, you shank your sword deep within the wall of the room that you're in, and there is like the room itself rumbles slightly, but otherwise nothing.
Yeah.
Are you finished?
I guess I'll dash
Okay.
my bonus action and just get on top of the pile, so I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pedal in.
and-
Mm. Uh. Okay. So where approximately along the southern wall are the eyes? Are they like in the middle,
They're just
or
like they're just out there on the wall.
okay? This is horrifying for me. Okay. Frantic at the horror of being eaten. Kind of run forward a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then seeing the eyes clearly,
Mm-hmm.
Petalin screams
Mm-hmm.
and holds up kind of both her hands in front of her as a crazy lightning bolt blasts out of her hands at the eyes.
Okay, so you run forward, you scream, and you shoot lightning out of your hands?
Yep, at the eyes.
Okay. Well, failed my dexterity saving throw, surprise, surprise.
The
So-
room is not very fast.
Yeah, the room couldn't dodge, it seems.
8d6, right?
I'm guessing so. Is that what it says?
Yes.
Okay.
And it ignites anything that's flammable.
Okay. There are several scorch marks. There's like as the lightning cracks into the wall, you see the electrical spread like veins all along the southern wall itself, and the eyes themselves wince. And the entire room you're in quakes and shakes, and the gold begins to spill and tumble, or the non-gold, I should say. And now the southern wall is scarred with veins of electricity.
Nice.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to quicken spell cast my spiritual weapon, the sword.
I don't think you actually have to quicken that. I think
I
spirit
do.
weapon is a bonus action.
Oh shit, you're right.
But you cast a 3rd level spell. You can't cast another leveled spell this turn.
Ah, damn. All right, well, I'll wait then.
Madam Beldam, you see your friends get swallowed by the room. What do you do?
That's probably not good, is it, Pippi? I will move forward and take a look at this now formed wall.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I would investigate it.
What are you looking for?
to see if it's like the other walls in the room, if it's
I see.
actually like made of stone.
Sure. Okay. Do you touch it?
I do not.
Okay. As you're looking at it, 14. Yeah. So as you're looking at it, it doesn't look to have like it's too perfect. The stone walls themselves are smooth, but they have imperfections. This is almost flawless, and that seems odd to you.
Okay. I will back up away from it. Is that too many? No, that would have been 5 total.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing investigating it was my action, so that
Yes.
will end my turn.
Okay. Egg. What do you do?
Egg is going to run backwards to where he came in
Mm-hmm.
and try and bust open the door that was there before.
Okay.
And he's attacking with the bell staff that he has already drawn.
Sure. Unfortunately, the I don't even know how to describe missing a wall, but you missed a wall.
Egg is not at peak performance.
Yeah, like you swing the staff, but it like slips in your hands slightly because they're still slippery and wet from the water, and you just like it hits the wall, but there's no real impact.
Yep.
The bell doesn't even ring.
He tries again.
Okay. Well,
this time he tries harder, and yet.
Okay. So using your precision to strike the very hard to hit wall, you spin the staff around and with the heavy weighted end, like crack the staff into it, and there's a nice wet smack as you do so, which is not what a stone wall should sound like. Go ahead and roll damage. The bell rings and the thunder shockwave follows, dealing 9 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Egg is feeling feisty, so he will use his action surge
Okay.
to attack again.
Feeling feisty, seems to get you get a little bit of a better grip on the staff itself.
The blood is pumping now.
Yeah. Yeah.
His eyes, like the life comes back into them. Ah!
Yeah. This time, taking another crack at the wall. 12 damage.
And then
Okay.
he, for good measure, he tries to bat it with the butt end of the
Okay.
staff.
That's a hit.
Just, he goes, ah!
Okay. What is damage die? Attack is
Little
D4.
low love tap.
You still should deal your thunder damage with it.
Oh. So, thunder damage is a
1d4.
All right. Just roll that out.
Okay. So an additional 9. Okay. So the bell chimes 4 times in a quick succession of 6 seconds. Is that right? That's because no, is it 3 times you hit it? Yeah, 3 times.
Yes.
So the bell chimes 3 times. Ding, 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 and each time the creature reels as it is attacked from within. Okay. The teeth that appeared on the walls inside vibrate for a moment and then launch across the room. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
Damn it. We rolled at the same time, and I thought I got the 22.
Pedalin and Udanar quickly dive to the ground, avoiding most of the damage. Taking 12. Chain, you are repeatedly Egg as well. Chain and Egg are repeatedly just pummeled by them for 24 damage.
Can I uncannily dodge?
It is not an attack targeted at you. It's an area of effect. Does uncanny dodge work on area effect?
It doesn't say anything about.
Then no.
I will.
Hits you with an attack. What's a save spell? Fireball? Is fireball considered an attack? Because you don't make an attack. I didn't make an attack where you made a save, so no, you can't uncanny dodge it.
24 damage. All right.
And then everybody within the room takes 2 acid damage.
Do I, because I'm standing on top of a pile, does the stomach acid not get to me?
It's like dripping from above.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah. Okay. Udanar, you have the initiative.
Okay. Okay. Seeing that there was an effect from it, I'm going to look at the eyes and just kind of like think really hard and do, where the hell is it? Right here.
Official ruling from Crawford is no. It doesn't count as an attack for an AoE.
Boo.
You're going to toll the dead.
I'm going to toll the dead.
All right. That's a save from me, or do you make an attack?
It's a wisdom save.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
wisdom save.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a 1, so it doesn't matter what my wisdom save is. All right. The bells toll, a much deeper toll than the white steel crozier, but even still, the room is fraught with the tolling of bells. And the creature takes another 15 damage. As you can see, some of the interior flesh just like melts away slightly. Like where the lightning scars are, the electric scars are, they just kind of widen and grow larger as they almost crumble away.
Okay. And as the bells are kind of ringing out, a spiritual weapon forms that looks exactly like
Your
his
shovel.
shovel.
Get you one. These are all shitty shovels. Roll 20. Give me a good one.
Yeah, there probably aren't any good ones.
Well, there's some that cost money. I'm not paying money for a shovel.
Oh, yeah.
How's this one? That's huge, so we'll just make it smaller, but give me a sec. I'm going to make it bigger before I make it smaller.
Okay. Neat.
Controlled by Nude.
Holding all the good shovels hostage.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, there you go. You have a shovel now. You can move that around.
All right, cool. I'm just going to move it up to the... I'm guessing where the eyes are.
Okay.
And, yeah, just, I guess, like, trying to dig into one, basically.
Okay.
So, 18 to hit.
18 does hit, and the shovel takes a crack at the wall, dealing an additional 12 force. It like literally the point in shovels into one of those gaps that was just widened and just starts to pull away at it. Okay.
Ugh. That's it for my turn.
Chain. Now riddled and perforated. But,
Yeah, not looking so good.
Yeah.
When he opened up the chest, was it hollow
No,
or was it just?
It was solid inside.
It's just solid. God damn it! And did the teeth come from the side?
The teeth came from east, west, and north.
Neat. I'm so worthless here.
No.
No, I am absolutely worthless in this room.
Let's go and poke some eyeballs.
Yeah, I guess I'll just poke some eyeballs. Can I jump down
What do you mean?
and not land on Petalin?
I mean, you can walk
Like-
down the pile. I don't.
Ooh, I can't. I was trying to acrobatics and
Oh,
then
well, if you're
not
trying
take
to
the
jump,
15.
That's its own thing.
Oh, is it?
Let's see. Movement, jumping. Waiting for Roll20 to load. You are trying to long jump, so you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 foot immediately before the jump. If you make a standing jump, you can only move half that distance. So you could jump 4 feet.
Woo! Yeah, I guess I'll just walk down.
Okay.
So 15.
Mm-hmm.
This is also gold, right?
Yeah, the immediate square here is free. You can walk into that with normal movement, but the one after that isn't going to be in.
Can I jump on the chest?
You can certainly climb onto the chest as difficult terrain.
Yeah, okay.
This would be 30.
Never mind then.
Okay.
Alright, so that's what, 20?
Mm-hmm.
35, so I'm going to have to use my bonus action dash.
Yeah.
And 50. And stab.
Okay. Oh, I mean, one stab
well,
because you
stab,
used your
but
bonus
yeah.
action. Swing your short sword at the wall.
Oh, god damn it, that was... Sorry, I used the wrong one. I used it as if I had flanking.
Well, let's see what you got. You got a 5 plus 3
so
plus 1.
9
so
damage.
9 damage. Okay. Stab your sword into the wall. Also attempting to widen some of the fissures created by tolling the dead and lightning bolts.
Mhm.
Pedal in. What do you do?
Okay, I am going to throw a firebolt behind us back towards the wall that Egg is attacking, because that's where the doors were, so maybe that'll open some doors.
Okay. 13 does hit, and it scorches the fleshy wall for 11 damage.
And then for my bonus action, I'm also going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. I had the sword ready to go, but then I had to find a shovel, so now I don't.
Oh, you know what?
Don't you hate that? You were all ready to draw your sword and just to draw a shovel instead.
Yeah. No, what? What? Actually, that one's really cool. We're going to use that one this time.
And then I'm going to use my favorite of the gods to add 2d4 to that thing.
Okay, there you go. You got yourself a sword.
So that's 16 to hit.
Okay.
Ooh, that is a cool sword.
I
Alright.
can't see it.
16 to hit, and it deals 5 force damage. All right.
So
Now,
stabby stab the eye.
Chain is now flanked on either side by a magic shovel and a magic sword, both just stabbing into the fleshy wall of the creature.
This would feel really cool if I could do any amount of damage.
Madam Beldam. You've seen the wall shudder and shake a couple of times now.
Yeah, I figured as much. Move over there, which should be 25. Then go ahead and chromatic orb with acid.
Okay.
No. I'm feeling thunder.
Okay. So tell me how your chromatic orb critically manifests itself.
Now that I actually have the diamond I'm supposed to have for it,
Mm-hmm.
I hold out the diamond, and it begins to float and spin above my palm, like a washer spin cycle, just whirring up. And instead of one card, I slot in 2 cards into the diamond,
Okay.
and it turns into an even larger orb,
Sure.
and I fling it at the wall.
Okay. Roll damage.
Oh.
Why does it say my pick?
That's
my
for
pick, the
element.
elemental. I see. So for 30 damage, with a resounding boom. So everybody within within the creature itself, the walls shake and you hear like a thunderous boom outside.
As the intro to gardening books fall off the shelf.
Yeah, probably. The bench falls over.
And for my bonus action, I'm going to go take the dog out.
Okay.
On my turn.
Once combat's over, we're going to be taking our break.
Yeah. No,
I don't
Egg
know
is
how
gonna
much
keep.
longer that is.
Egg is focused in on this wall. He's gonna try and ring that bell.
Okay.
Get a bell ringer.
That's good. As you crack the wall.
And then he will do it again.
Swinging the other end of the staff around. 13. The wall begins to show cracks where you've been smacking the shit out of it.
Then it must my bonus action. I'm going to use second wind.
Okay. Are you finished?
After that, yes.
Noodles.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was expecting something happens.
Gain 14 health.
Oh yeah, I didn't have it in there. That's my bad. Okay. So, each of the walls begins to once again grow the same spiky teeth. And the room shakes and acid rains, dealing 4 damage to everybody within.
Dead. Right, well, down, rather.
Okay.
4 damage?
Chain, bathed in the acids of the creature, just falls backwards into the pile of fake gold. Noodles, what do you do?
I go down.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Chain, make a death save throw. All right. You succeed. Pedal in.
Hang on 1 second to check something. Okay. Okay, so seeing them both go down, I'm gonna twin spell healing word. So we're gonna heal both of them for 7.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm
You're twinning.
twinning healing word
Okay.
on Udinar and Chain. So they
Okay.
both heal for 7.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to swing the sword again.
Okay. So heal Udinora and Chain for 7 each. Swing your sword. It does hit. Dealing 5 force damage. Is that right? You're casting it's 1d8 at level 2?
For the spiritual weapon?
Yeah.
I think so.
Make a melee spell takes 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Spiritual weapon,
Yes.
2d8 at level 5 and up.
Oh.
Create a floating spectral weapon within range. Lasts for duration until you cast a spell again. When you cast a spell, melee spell attack against a creature, target takes 1d8 plus spellcasting modifier. It's not a.
Oh,
it's
every
not
2
a cantrip. You have to higher cast it.
So it's still
Yeah.
1d8
Yes.
plus the
1d8
modifier.
plus your spellcasting modifier. Yes. So that is correct. Okay. So 5.
Wait, is that right?
Mhm.
Yes. 1d8
Yeah.
plus spell mod. You rolled a 1 plus 4.
Oh man, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Not rolling so hot this turn.
All right, Madam Beldam, who is taking the dog.
No, I'm back.
Oh, okay.
How far am I from the wall? And take another step back.
Are you about to do what I think you're going to do?
Hope everyone got their reading in.
That's what I thought.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Big boom.
Okay, DC 11. Huh? Well, the wall is really bad at dodging, so the
I mean, it could be
fireball
worse.
hits.
That should be 13. I don't know why it's 11.
Oh.
Hmm.
It may be on your.
Weird. Some of my spells are 13, some are 11. My spell save is 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, regardless, 30 fire damage. So everything in the room, it looks like, is incinerated. Is that right? Because it's 20-foot radius.
Correct.
Yeah. So and
Goodbye,
the
chair.
where are you hitting the wall? Like what's the order? Oh, the corner. Okay. So the far
Man, that chair
bookshelf.
was really comfortable too.
The picture books are okay.
Nice.
But everything else is incinerated. In fact, it burns a hole through the wall. And do lighting. There.
Nice.
Revealing an opening. Okay.
And that'll end my turn.
Egg.
Well, Egg will step forward and then attack back at the floor of
Okay. All
where
right.
the monster was.
Egg smacks the floor. $11
The floor
does
dodges.
hit.
Okay. He will even attempt to trip the floor, which will not work, but still adds to the damage roll.
Okay. So 10. You attempt to trip the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You sweep the end of the staff aggressively across the wooden floorboard paneling.
I try to leverage,
Hmm.
get down there.
Mhm.
Doesn't really do anything, and then I hit it again.
Okay.
I will even attempt to trip it again.
Oh. Okay. 17. All right.
And then one last donk.
Oh. Unfortunately, as you
And
whip
that
the
one I will. Well,
Oh no, don't use it because you rolled a 1.
oh, gotcha.
So as you whip the staff around to swing at the floor a third
Yeah.
time, the butt end of your own staff, being unfamiliar with it, having only just gained the weapon, it does catch you by the boot, and you don't trip yourself, but it definitely halts the momentum of the swing.
Mm-hmm.
Udanar.
Mm-hmm. Egg gives a big frown.
Okay. I'm going to so I was down, then healed,
Mhm.
but I'm still kind of crouched over, so I'm just gonna put my palm as hard as I can against the ground and cast Vampiric Touch on the floor.
Okay. So make your attack. Yeah, you can actually put Vampiric Touch into your attack.
Yeah, I think I
But
have it here.
A 10 does hit.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'll have to add it manually. That's
yeah.
fine.
I think you can drag it over into the attack section, actually.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that after. So I'll just do this then.
Yep. Dealing 10 necrotic damage as the floor begins to rot away beneath you. The wood shows signs of age and just like warping. So you heal for 5.
Yeah. Okay. And then as a bonus action. Oh, do I even want to do that? Yeah, as a bonus action, I'll cast Healing Word as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the spellcasters that took damage while you're concentrating, you need to make your concentration check.
Well, I was down, so I think it's just gone for me.
Oh, yeah, yours is gone. But Pedalin does need to make the Constitution saving throw to a concentration check.
Concentration. So I do a what? A Constitution check?
Yes.
A saving throw?
Yeah. Taking damage. Whenever you take damage while you're concentrating on a spell, you must make a Constitution saving throw to maintain your concentration. It's 10 or half the amount you took. So yeah, you maintained your concentration.
Yeah, actually, I just looked at my.
Concentrated as fuck.
Okay.
I just looked at my spell slots. I will do this again. I will recast it
Okay.
as my bonus action. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Yeah, I think you still have control of it.
I do, yeah. So again, I'm just gonna do the same thing and smack it.
Sure. Nine to hit, or no? You 20 plus 4, 2 plus 4 plus 3. Wow. Yeah. So 9 to hit. That misses.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. That's the end of my turn.
You're not gonna move.
Oh, yeah. I guess I could do that. I'm gonna move. I'm just gonna move right here,
Okay.
just to the edge of the room.
Sure. Chain.
15. 20. 25. 30. Dashing. 35. 40. 45. 50. 60.
Okay.
I would have
Yeah.
sat down in the chair.
You moved diagonally twice and said 5 both times.
Oh, did I? I mean,
Yeah.
just add 5 extra.
Just go back 1 square.
Well, he still has 10 feet of movement. Well,
Yeah.
5
Okay.
feet of movement. So.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
That it?
You know what? I may as well attack the. Wait, I need to attack this wall on my way out.
Okay.
Or, I'm sorry, that wall.
I mean that's fine. So, well, your turn.
Yeah, because you can move, attack, and then
Yes.
keep moving.
Yes, you can.
Cool. Yeah, on my way out, I'll give it a goddamn attack. 'Cause fuck this thing.
10 does hit. Wow, I was
Yeah.
rolling really poorly.
Yeah,
7 damage. Okay.
I'm out of there.
Love tap.
Fuck that room.
Pedal in.
Okay, well, I'm not sticking around here anymore either. I'll go 5, 10, 15. All right, so I'm outside the room, and I'm gonna move. It's my bonus action. I move my sword into the center of the room and stab it straight downward into the rotted, sick place
Okay.
from where Udinar touched it.
Okay.
And that's this button.
That'll do it. That is enough. The sword stabs into it, and a gout of black ooze just begins to fountain, like oil has been struck. There is a low, keening wail, and the room itself just begins to quake and shake. Udinar, make a dexterity saving throw. Udinar is cast to his knees as the room begins to crumble in on itself. Madam Beldam, the initiative.
I still had an action. Did I
Oh,
need to?
Well,
Yeah, I
well,
did my
then-
bonus action is moving
oh.
the sword.
Oh, okay. Then go ahead.
As an action, can I grab Udinar and pull him out, or
you're not close to him anymore.
no? But is
Do you
okay.
have movement to move back and then move back again?
I don't think so. I think I could move one square towards him and then I'd be done.
I see.
I'm not sorry, Udinar. I'm not going back in that room.
All right.
Can't get out again.
Madam Beldam, the initiative is yours.
Well, I can't see a damn thing. So where the chair used to be is 25.
My connection to the server has been interrupted. Is anybody else losing their connection to Roll20?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay. Shut up! I will feed you in a minute. Jesus Christ. You think we starve them?
I can't do anything from here, so end my turn.
Okay. Egg.
I will move forward and attempt to grab Udinar.
Okay. Place your
Pick him up.
hand on the tall man, and you attempt to drag him to his feet as you leave the room. Is that right?
Yeah, I attempt to drag him out of the room.
Udinar, do you go willingly?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, then you are he's on his knees, so he can help. But yes, you can drag him out of the room.
So I'll drag him 5.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh, one more. I'll drag him all the
Okay.
way there.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay. Technically, Petalin is on the edge of it. Let it go as it crumbles in on it. Put that. Do one of these. There. The solid black mass fills itself. And in its place, come on, GM layer, is, perhaps surprising nobody, a door.
Well, that was exciting.
Is it the
Yeah.
similar looking door or a different door?
No, this looks like the doors from previous areas.
Gotcha.
Petalin puts her back against the actual real stone wall and kind of slides down into a heap. It's kind of panting and wiping the last little bit of acid residue off her clothes.
Sure. Okay, if nobody has anything immediately pressing, let's go ahead and take our break.